Eddie C. in Westfield, Massachusetts. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. But call me Mo Better, because I'm going to have you seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better. I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut. The Essilor Ideal Advanced Digital Freeform Progressive Lenses with Transitions, Generation 8 Gray Lenses, and Crizal Easy Anti-Glare for your Oakley 3217, better known as the Socket 5.0, the 55 eye size, color 01, which is the satin black. Let me take everything out of the original packaging as Oakley sends it to me. Take your hard shell case. We have the Oakley cleaning cloth that doubles as a carrying pouch. If you don't want to carry around the hard case, you can carry your frames around in here. And again, this doubles as the cleaning cloth for cleaning your lenses, although you're going to get no shortage of cleaning cloths with this purchase. But this is the frame. It comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together during shipping. And I'm going to put that on there when I ship to you. This is the... Will the camera pick it up? It is the Oakley. It's going to be hard to see. The 3217 Socket 5.0 and the 55 eye size. Of course, it says Socket on this temple right there. The Socket 5.0. It is the matte black frame with the gray Oakley emblem. So I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses. Of course, you're going to get all those, one of which says Oakley on there. Pop those out. They will be inside this little sleeve in the box here, so you know where to find them in that box. Put the frame into the tracing element of my blocker. I'm going to program the shape into the computer. We're on the 2000s now. Hit a milestone. We're into 2000. You're Secret Agent 2002. The reason why this is being programmed into the computer is that so years from now, should you ever need to order new lenses for this frame or different lenses, different prescription, I can cut them and mail them right to your home and you can install them. A little stylus is going around and tracing the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Oakley frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number. So if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account, you submit my itemized receipt and you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they're prescription or not. In just a moment, that shape's going to pop up onto the computer screen. Come on, pop for me, pop. Come on, don't be slow. You know, it's just shy. You got stage fright. There we go. That's the shape that I'll be cutting. That green outline, we're going to move on to the next screen. We're going to enter your pupillary distance. 62 is the total, 31 for each eye. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm going to tap the minus button until we get down to 31. I want to raise the optical center height up to 20. I knew that. I measured earlier, forgot to write it down. Live TV. So I'm going to hit the plus button here until that number goes up to 20. This is for single vision lenses. I'm going to change the layout screen to progressive, the no line bifocal, no line multifocal. It goes by several names. I've got the lenses already dotted up. Place the lens onto the platform. This platform, which by the way was in the way because I need to be able to see where this black dot was. So that's why it can be moved and rotated. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rotate it until I can see all my dots better. There we go. Now, this is a block, or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. So I need two double-sided adhesive stickers. Ooh, I got one left in there. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line it up onto the block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Now this little silver button on the back is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice today. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. I just want to pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line that up. The blue cross is the geometric center of the frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. We're going to get everything lined up in there just so. My fingers, that's my thumb, that's my index finger. You don't believe me? That's my thumb. That's my index finger. That's my pinky finger. All right, let me put everything back the way it was. I always like to work on it magnified because it zooms in on the lens to make sure those dots are exactly where they're supposed to be. Too bad there's not a button that makes me behave exactly the way I'm supposed to be. So I hit that button, the arm comes down, places the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing for the lens that ain't right. I can identify with that. Whoop, 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 whoop. I pulled too hard. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Same pupillary distance, same optical center up, same 3 dots that I'm going to get oriented in here just so. Just right, kids. Kids, you see how I'm doing that, kids? Pay attention. Pay attention. All right, make sure the lens is large enough. I just always like to look at that. And then hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the left lens. We're done with, I am so done with you. I'm going to start with you. Ooh, I love you. This is my edger. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs and the lots of caffeine to cut the lenses for you. The actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel or this cubic zirconian. Now this diamond crusted wheel is going to grind away the lens material from this size down to this size. This wheel in the center, that channel, that little valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. So let's wake up the computer. It's job ID 2002. 2002. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, we would select that. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen in this frame. I am not going to apply a safety bevel to the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to put one on the rear concave surface of the lens. Should any portion of this lens protrude from the back of the frame and make contact with the cheek, it'll be nice and smooth. So let me press that on there firmly. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there that I like to call the Chuck, because I don't know this machine well enough to call it Charles. No, wait, what am I doing? Yeah, okay. More coffee, please. All right, so we hit the green button. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens will soon be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the right lens. Where'd we go? That shape. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which will be minimal with your prescription in this very skinny metal frame. The light you see in the background is water. That's there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens for the cutting cycle, whereas plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens while it is cutting. Now water will spray onto this lens, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form. But your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarbonate is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. These are virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics grade lenses, the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in their Oakleys in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. Now these are not safety glasses, these are not safety lenses. It's just the same lens material and the same company brand that our soldiers do wear. Now it also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So we know the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. They're in Westfield, Massachusetts. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. Now you also have an incredible scratch coating. You also got the Transitions Generation 8, which I'll demonstrate later. But you also got the Crizal Easy Anti-Glare Coating. The Crizal is a treatment. It's 3 parts to the treatment. The first part of the treatment, there is water spraying on there. It tells me it's going to last 20 seconds. Is that it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain. But street lights, stop lights, computer screens overhead, and fluorescent lights. Out comes a lever with a spinning disc that's going to smooth out the back surface, the concave of the surface of the lens. The second feature goes by the initials ARC, which stands for anti-reflective coating, so it reduces reflections when someone's looking at you. It'll make for much better eye contact. They're not looking at their reflection in your lenses. It also If you take selfies, you're less likely to see the phone in the picture, and if someone else takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see the flash. Now, the third feature that I like is that it comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating. The machine that applies the Crizal anti-glare costs well over $1 million. It takes over 24 hours to vaporize 8 different coatings onto your lens. So because of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. So I'm going to do a little bit of lefty-loosey. Open up that eye wire there. And years from now, should you ever need new lenses, you just need a very small Phillips head screwdriver. The important thing is turn the frame upside down so the screw does not fall out onto the counter, which you will have half a second to catch it before it bounces onto the floor. Nobody wants to crawl around on the floor for a screw. So I turn it upside down so it cannot fall out. Kind of tuck it into place with your thumb. Rotate it around. You can resort back to this video years from now. Do a little bit of righty-tighty. Here is a very bad thing for opticians to learn and anyone else watching. Every professional out there will tell you I'm doing it wrong, and they are right. You never want to hold the frame in your hand while you're tightening, because invariably this screwdriver is going to slip and you stab yourself in the finger. Every optician has a callus right here from the way they do things, so that's why I have this rubber stop down here. It used to be right here, but my shirt would catch on it. I don't want to use a hard surface to tighten this and press down onto your frame, because I don't want to ruin the finish of the frame. So I have this rubber stop that I will press against, and that's how you tighten it down all the way. So flip that over to L. L is Latin for not right. I think it's binary. Isn't the binary code R and L? So, by the way, there's 10 types of people in the world. Those that understand the binary code, and I'll move on. Okay, so we're going to put the left lens into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or today it stands for Eddie C. Hit the green start button. The door closes, the clamp shuts. Just like before, the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, tracing the shape of the left side of the frame this time. And just like before, measuring the thickness to automatically know where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. Look at that, Eddie, you got nothing. You got nothing there. That's why I use the thinner, lighter weight, unbreakable polycarbonate. Have these custom made, get them as thin as possible. Take the block off, pull the sticker away, use my hand-approved drying method, throw that back in there, add to my sticker collection. Look, I stood it upright. It's getting big enough. One day it's going to fit in this wedge. One day. Until then, I'm going to lean it against the wall. So, come down here to the lensometer. I'm going to put it in over that black dot. I'm going to turn the axis wheel. Actually, I don't have to. This is +1 1/4 sphere. When I read the power, starting at 0, going into the black, the pluses are in the black. We're at 1 1/4, 1 tick mark past 1. That's because you are farsighted. You need 5 steps of magnification to see far away. The unit of measurement in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R, starting at 0, going up in quarter increments from there, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, 1 1/4. So you're on the 5th rung of a ladder. Now, same amount of magnification needed in the left eye. This top part is your right eye. This bottom line is your left eye. You need 5 steps, 1 1/4 diopters of farsighted correction, but you need 1 step, the smallest amount possible, of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike. So this first number makes everything the correct size. This takes away any fuzzy edges. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 160. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. So we're going to turn it past the 90th to about the 160th meridian. Now, you are also known as a presbyope. You need farsighted correction and then nearsighted correction. So you need 5 steps of magnification to see far away. The bifocal strength is called the add because it means in addition to what's on top. So you have another 2 1/4 in the bottom. So if you were to buy reading glasses in the drugstore, you would add these 2 numbers together. 1 1/4 and 2 1/4 makes 17. Oh, I'm math wrong. Okay, let's try it again. 2 250, 350. You need 350 for both eyes, and actually you could. Now, you probably need, the higher the number, the closer to bring it in. So you need about a 350 right here. At the computer, you want to back it off a little bit to about 275. Now, the progressive no-line bifocal that you're getting has everything all in one. It has your faraway distance, it has your computer distance, which is arm's reach, and then the full strength, these two numbers added together, is called the working zone. Elbows touching your sides, arms bent at a right angle. That's the full magnification, the very bottom of the lens. I also want to point out this is Eddie C's first progressive lens, first pair of glasses, period. So he's getting the Oakley 3217 socket 5.0 with Transitions Generation 8 and Crizal anti-glare as his first pair of glasses. That's like getting a convertible Mercedes with leather seats when you're 16. He is spoiling himself. But he's tired of having one pair of reading glasses, over-the-counter reading glasses, as is far away, then putting on something for the computer, then putting on something stronger for up close. Now he has one pair of glasses that will do it all. Turn into sunglasses, help with the glare from computers, all of that. So in the link below, because this is his first pair of progressive lenses, I'm just using my thumbnail to get all the optical sawdust off the lens, I'm going to include a link. I've made a video tutorial on how to use your first pair of progressives. I will have that link below in the description of this video. I will also have a description on how to buy Oakleys from me should you want some. And I'll go ahead and say now, I am an authorized Oakley dealer, but I've been told by Oakley, come on, pop out of there. When they put these together and then paint them, the paint kind of seals it up. There we go. I've been told by Oakley that only 10 large companies are allowed to have Oakleys on their website. Even though there's a million people selling them online, I'm going to play by the rules. So I'm not allowed to individually list the prices, the pictures of the frames with prices. So if there's any frame that you want, go to Oakley.com, find it, tell me the model number, the size, the color. Again, I'm holding that upside down. I'm getting the screw started here. I'm going to come down to my little rubber stop, tighten everything down, and at home, years from now, Eddie, if you do this, just make sure to have something soft on the edge like this. If you're going to go against a hard surface when you tighten it, just make sure there's something like that there, so you don't scratch the frame, or you don't scratch some really nice table. Then your wife yells at you and says, "This is why we can't have nice furniture." But I digress. So am I getting too personal there? It seems like I'm speaking from experience. But you single guys, you do what you want. You like, oh God, I hate you guys. I'm so jealous of y'all. So let me take this block off, pull the sticker away, use my hand-approved drying method, use the back of my arm drying method, throw that back in there, add to my sticker collection. Oh, now the black dot has come off. Now the other two dots are there, so I'm going to come down here, use my Verilux layout chart, and put another dot on the lens. Come on, pen. I just bought these things. Brand new pens. They never make you happy when they won't. Where's my other one? Here we go. Live TV. Live YouTube. And I do everything in one take, too. So, no editing, and it shows, doesn't it? Okay, so we're going to come down here to the Marco 101 lensometer, put it in over that black dot, turn the axis wheel to 160, which corresponds, now the spherical power is plus 1 1/4. You now have one step of astigmatism correction. It's the second curve on the lens. I'm going to push the dial away from me, and we end up at plus 1. How did we get there? If you had $1.25 and someone borrowed 25 cents from you, you'd have $1 left over, $1 in the black. So, your pupillary distance for both eyes is 62. I'm going to turn the card around. This is known as final inspection. I'm going to place the PD stick against my thumb, and when we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 62 millimeters. The optical center height is 20. So not the bottom of the lens, but the actual frame itself. When we measure to the bottom of the frame, we're getting 20. I mathed wrong again. 20. 20. Where did I get 30 from? Do I hear 40? Going once at 50. So this is the time in your video that as I clean your lenses, that I mentioned that when you get these in the mail, and of course free shipping anywhere in the US, and last time I checked, Westfield, Massachusetts was still in the US, but this purchase is tax-free. I've just started telling everyone that because a lot of people on the internet are having to charge tax. Now, I am in North Carolina. North Carolina considers eyeglasses a medical device. There is no tax on medical devices, so when you buy these from me, you don't have to pay any tax. Now, the frame itself, the Oakley 3217 socket 5.0 sells for $173. The lens, the Progressive, the Essilor Ideal Advanced adds $149.99. The Transitions Generation 8 adds $99.99, and Crizal EZ is $69.99 for a total of $492.97. If you were to buy these from anyone else, $492.97, my state income tax or sales tax is 7.5%. You would pay an additional $36.97 on top of that. You don't have to pay that anytime you purchase from me. And as I was saying, there's free shipping anywhere in the US, but when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments. So when you get these in the mail, Eddie C., just tell them, stop by your local place, tell them if it's too loose or too tight or if it's high on one side. It only takes about 30 seconds to a minute to adjust a pair of glasses perfectly. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, at the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, of course, I'm wearing the Oakley cross range switch. This is model number, what is this model number? 8132, color 02, the universe blue, and the 54 eye size. I'm all about some blue orange. I got my blue orange on today to support my Durham Bulls as they're in the playoffs, the AAA World Series. Well, not the World Series yet, they're still in the playoffs, but I love anything that's blue orange. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Flip this over, press down, there is no wobble, close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew like that. Check the tension on each spring hinge. That's good. By the way, this is a very strong, very lightweight, classic, professional looking frame. Very sporty as well. Great frame for anyone who's starting off not sure what you want. Very sleek, minimalist design. Oakley makes some chunky plastics. You don't believe me? Look at mine. But the other thing I was going to say, I'm part of that 80%. When I take out my blue-orange Ray-Bans, the 2132, and press down on the counter, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. Now, mine don't wobble because these have what's known as pilot temples. If you can imagine a World War II pilot with a helmet on, you can slide these glasses on and off without having to take off your helmet in the cockpit. These, because of the curvature, you'd have to take your helmet off to get these behind the ears. These slide right on. So if you have a motorcycle helmet or anything like that, almost put yours on and put mine back on. That's the type of design. Now, I send out a selfie request in every package. Eddie, I would love to have your picture, one with them indoors clear, one with them outdoors showing the transitions that I'm about to show. I also send out instructions not only how to care for your frame and lenses so they will last you for years, but also your Oakley case, the premium microfiber cleaning cloth that I provide, which will be your favorite because it's so thick and durable, your Oakley cleaning cloth / carrying bag, the Crizal cleaning cloth that you're going to get, and instructions on how to care for the case. So all of these will last you for years. But this is what your lenses look like before they have been activated, meaning I'm exposed them to a strong burst of ultraviolet light. As you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken. It takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute to return back to clear. Now this is important, Eddie and everyone else paying attention. All transition lenses get dark on day one and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks they're exposed. After that, they will work for years at maximum performance. The only time the transitions 7 and 8 will not work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield blocks all the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays so your dashboard doesn't crack from sitting in the sun all day. That's why transitions don't get dark in a car. Now, they're also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. Now, these are the new Transitions Gen 8. You're going to see how they turn back to clear so much faster than the 7s did. I'm going to keep talking. So, if you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell so you'll get future notifications every time I upload a video. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com. On Twitter as freerxlenses. And you can also, if you need to email me, just go to my website, click the contact me button there. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. I'll respond back to that. So, Eddie C. in Westfield, Massachusetts, thank you so much for the purchase of the Oakley 3217. Where is that on there? The socket 5.0 and the 55 eye size. Now, this frame comes in, I believe, a 53 and a 55. It comes in several colors. This is the 01, the satin black. But thank you very much for this purchase. And now, hopefully, everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.